Salutations, this is Crazed Kitsune, aka Khuma'zi Tayuun, and welcome to Black Mage for Dummies, level 60. In this video, I will be going over the skills available to Black Mage at level 60 that they did not have at level 50, and how these will affect, well, how you play. What will they do to your rotation? What will they do to your damage? Are you going to suddenly be worthless? The answer to that last one is, I'm pretty sure no. But with that out of the way, let's go look at traits, because you do get a new trait at level 60. Enhanced Intelligence 3, which gives you 24 intelligence, making you deal more damage. Hooray! Now for your job skills. At level 52, you get Ley Lines. This is a 90-second cooldown that has a 3-ohm radius around you. What this does is it creates a magical circle at your feet, which will give you a 5% haste effect, or 15% haste effect for the next 30 seconds, as long as you're standing inside the circle. And it has to be your own circle. You can't have another Black Mage throw down their circle and then go run and stand in it. That doesn't work. This does mean that if an AoE comes your way, you're going to have to step out of that circle. I don't care if you can do more damage by standing there and eating it, you're also potentially going to get yourself killed, and you're going to waste your healer's MP. Don't do it. Dodge the AoE, and if it's safe to go back in your circle, do. If it isn't, well, too bad. Haste isn't worth paying. At level 54, you acquire Swift Cast. This is a 60-second cooldown which will ensure the additional effect of Scathe, Fire, or Thunder. So, you can guarantee a double potency Scathe, you could guarantee a Thundercloud proc, or you could guarantee a Firestarter proc. What I would recommend you do is use Sharpcast, then cast Fire, and then cast Fire 3 to get to your maximum Astral Fire stacks as quickly as possible, and then proceed to play Murdery Burny Havoc with the enemies. At level 56, you acquire Enochian. This is a 30-second cooldown. It can only be used if you have Astral Fire or Umbral Ice active, and if you lose Astral Fire or Umbral Ice, you lose Enochian. Enochian increases the magic damage you deal by 5%, and allows you to use Blizzard 4 and Fire 4, and those are important skills to have. At level 58, you get Blizzard 4. This is a global cooldown spell with a 3-second cast time, and it costs 884 MP at level 60. It is a potency 260 attack, and will grant 3 Umbral Hearts. It does not give you Umbral Ice. This is important to note. What Umbral Hearts do is they will nullify Astral Fire's MP cost increase for fire spells. Each time you cast a fire spell with Umbral Hearts, it will consume one of your Umbral Hearts, but it won't cost as much as it normally would. It will, however, still get the damage bonus. So you're gonna want to cast Blizzard 4 when you go into your Umbral Ice state. And that's almost everything. Except you need to have both Enochian and Umbral Ice active to cast Blizzard 4. You can't use Blizzard 4 in the middle of your Astral Fire state. Remember that. And now, for your level 60 skill, Fire 4. It's a global cooldown spell with a 3-second cast time. At level 60, it costs 884 MP natively, but that increases when you're in Astral Fire. And it is a potency 260 attack spell. That's it. It has no additional effects. It's damage. You just gain a new burn ability. It doesn't give you any Astral Fire, but you can only use it if you have Enochian and Astral Fire active. So, what this means is you weave this into your burning rotation for massive damages, while also using your fire spell to maintain your astral fire until you need to go into umbral ice. Then you cast Blizzard 4, then you go back into astral fire and continue weaving Fire 4 into that mess. So, it's not complicated. Well, it's a little more complicated than it used to be. But, with the skills and traits covered, let's get to the demonstration. Let's get to the meat of the business. So, first of all, let's pop Sharpcast and Ley Lines and cast Fire. Then we cast Fire 4. Then let's use Enochian, and now let's cast a couple of Fire 3, and now let's cast a couple of Fire 4s, and then a regular Fire, so I don't lose my Astral Fire. And then let's cast 2 more Fire 4s, and now I will cast a Blizzard 3, and then I will cast a Blizzard 4, and then I will cast a regular Blizzard, and then I will cast Fire 3, and then I will cast a couple of Fire 4s. I think I can squeeze out 3 of these things before I will need to cast a regular Fire. And now I will cast some more Fire 4s. And now I will cast Blizzard 3. And then I will cast Blizzard 4. And then I will cast Fire 3. And just because I can do it now, a Sharp-casted Fire to get another Fire 3, just because, hey, why not? Now let's cast a couple of Fire 4s, a Fire 3 to maintain the stack, Fire 4, oh, I got a Fire Starter proc, so let's throw a Fire 3, and then we'll do a couple of Fire 4s, and then we cast Blizzard 3, and then we cast Blizzard 4, and then we cast Fire 3, and then we cast Fire 4, and we just do this. I think that was a direct crit right there. Fire 1 to maintain the stacks, Fire 4, Fire 4, Fire 4. Oh, you do have to be careful. I just went down to 1 MP. Whoops. So yeah, when you get down to the last chunk of your MP, you're going to want to... Oh, that was a direct crit Fire 4. Lots of murdery power. Oh, got a Fire Starter. Let's throw out that Fire Starter. And now, yeah, I'd say if you get down to about 1,000 to 1,700 MP, since Fire 4 costs 1,700 some, you should cast Blizzard 3 in order to not run out of MP and be unable to use your spells. But this is your overall rotation. Now let's throw down the Ley Lines. Fire you. Now Sharp Cast, guaranteed Fire Starter. Because why the heck not? Yeah, that's the new stuff for Black Mage. You quite literally just gained a buttload more damage potential and an increased duration on your damage state, because when you go into Umbral Ice, you will then cast Blizzard 4, which will give you 3 Umbral Hearts, which makes your next 3 fire spells not have their Astral Fire cost increase. So, after you cast your Fire 3 to go into Astral Fire state, you have 3 Umbral Hearts that you will then probably use on Fire 4. Then you'd cast a Fire 1 regular, and if you get a Fire Starter proc, you would throw out Fire 3 for free to maintain your Astral Fire and for a good chunk of damage. It may not be as powerful as Fire 4, but it's still much stronger than Fire 1. And yes, you'll notice I'll be casting a spell when I get the Firestarter proc. Don't interrupt your cast to try and go for Firestarter, because that actually is slowing your DPS slightly. But that's pretty much it. You throw down your ley lines whenever you can, because the 15% haste means you can use your spells faster, which means you do more damage. Throw out Sharp Cast whenever you have it off cooldown, so that you can get a guaranteed Firestarter proc. And yeah, you may want to weave a Thunder in during your after casting Blizzard 4 or whatever, so that you can potentially get Thundercloud procs and have some damage over time going. Again, I'm not the best Black Mage, but at least I'm not the absolute worst. The absolute worst Black Mages, oh lord, I've seen some. They'll go to full Astral Fire stacks, doing as much damage as they can. Then they get down to really low MP, and instead of using Blizzard 3, or say you aren't a high enough level to have Blizzard 3, you would need to use Transpose to switch into some Umbral Ice, right? Well, I've seen a lot of Black Mages who will cast Blizzard twice. Once to remove Astral Fire, and then a second time to give themselves Umbral Ice. Which is obviously not the best way to do that. And then, of course, once they're at full MP, they cast 2 fire spells to get out of Umbral Ice and into Astral Fire, instead of transposing into Astral Fire. Yeah. Even worse are the ones who let their MP completely run out, and then wait for Astral Fire to fall off so they can get their MP to regenerate enough to cast Blizzard. At least I don't do those things, right? Anyway, enough of my ranting about really bad Black Mages. I hope this video has been informative and helpful to you about the new skills available at level 60. If it hasn't, flaming death awaits thee. Until my next video, goodbye.